my channel get more interactive as a whole. Okay, so as you know, I've already scheduled a couple collabs with Sky Bethany. I have a couple pre-recorded matches from Funimation. 2 manga specials on the way. One with Zigo, the one the tournament with Zane and Christopher Sabat. And the other one is paying homage to the second Naruto movie when they're fighting in the castle with Temujin, where we introduce Akane. Akane got killed was specifically made for me to flip into Akane. So let's get that out the way. Me and Bree about to fuck up Non-Style. So if you didn't know, Non-Style is a little bit more interactive than you thought. It's not just, random spanking and talking shit. It's knowing the characters, seeing them on the off day. It's like a Naruto filler, but of them doing whatever they want. And, sometimes listening to their music, sometimes they're grinding on each other, sometimes, they get really, really deep. There's gonna be one where we take scenes from Bible Black and redub them over and we make them a little bit more epic. Yeah, imagine the nastiest thing your girl has ever said to you, but put that in the anime script. Like, you were meant to devour my cock. It's really, really intense. Like, do you agree to sign the blood contract with my dick? In doing so, I will torture you like my bitch for all eternity. So there's a teenage version of Non-Style with me and Bree, and this is gonna be the older one, with Carmela Bing and Camilla from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Well, as far as music is going along, I have, gotten in touch with, Bacon Boy from Turtle Teen Entertainment. So this year's been pretty lit so far. I figured out that a girl from my high school named Melissa actually had a sequence of word of mouth for character from Foster's Home's imaginary friend called Duchess. And there's this Indian camel wrapped in jewelry. This shit was really gangster. The episode was hella together when that fucking Pop-Tart popped out of nowhere and they were conversating how much of a bitch she was. But anyway, that reminds me of me when I was in 7th grade, because that's when I was first introduced to porn and I was first introduced to watching anime online. So it would be me, watching the Powerpuff Girls Z, watching Blue Dragon, then go watch hentai, and then go watch maybe a fucking movie back when movies used to exist, because you could actually download shit on uTorrent. So that shit was fucking insane. No, seriously, that's why I first had the name for my comic book. That's why I first came up with Goodbye on Microsoft Word. I was just inspired. Go watch anime, write my comic book. Go listen to Japanese music, go write my comic book. Always when I was sipping tea, and I'm gonna call this the 7th grade warrior. It's gonna be a full, talk video later about how I loved anime to the fullest. How I had to compete with other people who wanted to make an anime just like me, and how I had to constantly build the devil in my head because a whole lot of people wanted just like me who actually learned how to draw. They're using the animation studios before me. At the time, I didn't feel special, but I knew there was like a whole world of anime out there with a wide variety. I know all the J-pop bands. I know Homemade Kozaku, I know Flow, I know Inflow and Boa. Tell you, 7th grade was fucking wild. Little do you know, I thought all that was self-loathing, but it turned out all those habits are actually necessary to run a company. You doing something and literally having on to the next thing that's related is literally exactly how you run a company. I thought it was really, really, really retarded, because this is one time, how you're addicted to something like muscle memory? There was this time when I was watching porn and I kept on eating, fucking snacks in the freezer like fucking pizza pockets and corn dogs and shit, and I was so fucking disgusted. So after I got done eating corn dog and shit, I ate it hella fucking improperly. Pieces of the corn dog bread were still in my hand while I was trying to jack off. But in all actuality, that was a good experience because I got to, view a whole lot of shit. It wasn't self-loathing. Like at the time I was watching Nar, I was watching everything in the porn stars I was watching was unique too. So you can't, just view it as, self-loathing. Because alongside unique anime, I was watching unique porn stars. Like I was watching JFire and like Carmen Hayes. My favorite light-skinned, porn star is Carmen Hayes. She's my favorite black porn star because she's light-skinned. But I actually know a lot about her. She can do a whole lot of acrobatics, and she can put her both legs over her head, and she's really, really cartoon, and I really, really respect that. So it was Sienna, Carmela Bing, and Priya Rai. And alongside that, I was watching animes like Fullmetal Alchemist, the original version in Japanese. I was trying to figure out what anime was about. And later on that summer, cousin Jeremy came over and I started playing the Kolyako theme song instantly when he started walking in. So at that time, I was watching anime on a regular basis, so I decided to show Jeremy one episode of Code Geass, which is my favorite anime. I called this the 7th grade warrior. Really, as perverted I was very dedicated to my craft. I found that a really, really interesting storyline, because alongside me, freaking, watching anime in bits and pieces only because, for legitimate reasons. Just getting into Shippuden in 7th grade. After that, that's a sword fight. But watching the beginning of animes, you know, dropping them and then getting addicted to other animes. My brother consistently, you know, watches animes that support his statement. He likes playing basketball, he likes playing sports in real life, so he watches shit like Prince of Tennis and Slam Dunk. Watches very mature anime like Air Master. So all around that time was the creation of Gabaya. One thing that I have to, you know, make straight in this community is there's no such thing as cheat codes anymore. Back when I was a kid, I used to hear to look up cheat codes online, like Saikua cheat codes, I'll get all their equipment, and you know, Naruto Ultra Ninja cheat codes, I'll get all the characters, like instantly for the day. Nowadays, cheat codes don't exist. They teach you how to fucking do it in the game. They tell you where to go in that level, but they don't tell you how to beat this shit completely. It's not cheating. That's what I mean about today's anime generation is a lot more interactive because I made it. It's also like to, you know, react to Anarchy Society. It's insane how much shit the Arrow used to talk about me after I know what's good with my homies and their girlfriends and shit. And the shit we keep on the low with Shinobi Striker, that shit was way too good. That's why they had to stop that shit because they didn't like our incognito. They know a personal life is better than drawing in their own personal bullshit. Black took one up the ass like Cartman. Recently and got murked when I was a Supreme Cock. As far as news with me and Betty Bow, I'm going to activate Z-Zap, the Fresh Prince Special Nons, and also the own Radicus. I'm also, you know, trying to make a specific strain of weed called Namek Kush, Mechian Kush, I don't know how to push it. There's already a strain of weed called Triamite. So in order to give a shout out to the clothing brand store called Chic, ever wonder, you know, those dad hats, those Rugrats caps, and those faded jackets? That was all epic for showering for all grown up. Just to make it clear, all this obstacular wordplay and shit, you know, savage, you know, freaking dope, supreme, all that, you know, really heavy words being treated like they're nothing was the whole purpose of why we brought Rugrats back. It was, you know, a theory that I found out back when I was going to my old elementary school to visit, and I got stalked by 2 girls, and they were actually supposed to be, you know, on the set with me or all grown up for, you know, a new season. And so there was a theory going out there that they stopped me from trying to see those girls like a gang member, you know, fucking one talked to another and made them uninterested, controlled what they said at the moment with their Aspire string, and they were trying to request me for the Rugrats cast. But dark in out of nowhere, it's like, what the fuck, a black Rugrats? Nobody's gonna believe that, and that's exactly where they had, you know, fucking this angle, this fucking twisted view on society. So if you don't know who Z-Zap is a transformation based off the All Grown Up episode that Kimmy. So Z-Zap is, you know, Zap, who's manipulated by Silent J in order to be a gangster. He starts stealing with Zap and doing a whole bunch of illegal activities with Zap. What I like most about the Tree of Mice / the Spy Kid special in Nons is the fact that it's revolving around a treehouse, and it's fucking insane because we get to incorporate so much shit in Nons because this is all about a story that happened with me and Justin when we were little kids and how he wanted to be a gang member but codenamed Kids Like Stores on the air. And so I kept on trying to tell Justin because I was counting on the episodes every day they fucking came out, and I was imagining that me and Justin were to codename Kids Like Stores because I was a little kid at the time. We were playing at the playground, and I was talking to Justin like, dude, we're never gonna beat that toilet paper guy. We're never gonna beat that guy with braces. Justin kept on walking straight and keeping his mouth shut, but he really liked what I was talking about. And he went to go talk to a game member, and I heard, you know, through a droid, I heard like a big echo, like, I really like the things that he's watching shit. That was the number 5 episode this came out, and it was insane because we grew up, you know, to be rivals in middle school. I ended up owning him because of that principle. It's really hard to absorb. And then we ended up living in this fucking anarchy society and shit. I was actually living like fucking operatives. Anyway, this is Mootrix, and this is a cool ass channel update.